Hello, blessings to you guys. This is High Priestess Jamila. So, I wanted to come by real quick to let people know that we are okay. Um, and I'm just going to talk for a few minutes. In fact, let me go back in this room and grab my cigarettes. I'm going to sit in this truck. I'm going to sit in my U-Haul and talk for a second here. Hey, little man, open the door. Thank you, baby. Okay, I'm just gonna sit out. Where's my water at? Oh, what? I think I want to take my iced coffee with me. Uh, I'm just going to sit in the U-Haul real quick. I'm live. I thought I would go and talk for a second. Can you open it for me? My hands are full. And then you lock the truck, right? Where's the key at so I can get up in there? You looked in the bag for the key. Kind of need that key.
Really at the same spot. It was on the bed.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Thank you, sweetie. Excuse me. Thank you. Okay. All right. All right, y'all. Okay. Sit up in this truck real quick and have a conversation. I'm sorry. Oh, God. This seat is God hot. God hot. Okay. So we're fine. And I wanted to just come and say that um, I think trolls and racist people and silly people are way too invested in people's business like that. I'm going to say it straight up and down. Um, the whole situation with the landlord has been wrong from the beginning. Um, I don't know where or why anybody would ever think that they have the right to rent out a house to somebody and not take care of it. And this is an actual management company. But this is an actual management company. And I've already shared the horrible reviews about that management company. So please look at reviews before you deal with people. Please do that. I did see the reviews, but at the time, I felt like I took it for granted. Just because you're a witch does not mean that you can just go and rent from anybody. You have to really, really take heed. Because in reality, regardless to if you're a witch or not, because that's what I assumed. Okay. That's what I assumed. I assumed that everything would be okay because I'm a witch, but I was wrong. Okay. Because in reality, a person that's renting out anything to you, they do have the right to say, hey, I'm going to neglect this property and it's not going to matter. And then living in the state of Georgia, apparently some of the courts support landlords and saying, hey, the tenant stays there with, it's okay apparently on some level for a tenant to live in a property that has raccoons in the attic and um, structural problems that cause tenant utility bills to be 3 times higher than what they normally would be. Um, and that's messed up because that's not my standard. I'm from Missouri, and we don't have that kind of stuff there. Okay. The housing standards are very high. In fact, this landlord who's not located in Georgia is actually based out of California. Um, is the worst, the absolute worst landlord that I have ever dealt with in my life. It's life changing dealing with somebody like that, and um, it was the last thing that we needed. We needed a strong landlord. We did. We needed somebody that was on the up and up, and that's not what happened. But I will tell y'all that as it was happening, um, Goddess supported me, and I knew that in the event that that happened, that I would be supported and loved. And I had a good friend of mine that was there for me, supported me through the whole thing, that was there with me all night long until after dark. She don't drive at night. She brought her friend with her that supported and helped me, and I felt nothing but love yesterday during the process of this happening. Okay, so um, and so we got our stuff moved into storage. The stuff that we decided to salvage because what ended up happening was that the stuff got moved out to the lawn, and then it rained. Like it was like, oh damn, you know what I'm saying? So it hey, it is what it is. At the end of the day, it's just stuff, right? It's not more important than a person's life. So I I feel extremely loved, extremely, and taken care of, and I don't have to be scared. But in reality, definitely a slumlord or a lie. In reality, we can't have landlords running around here doing stuff like that, because the fact that the landlord decided, I'm not doing anything, I'm not fixing anything, it's very difficult to move out of a house that's uninhabitable. The ironic thing about it was that I had just did like a Bombay road opener, and I guess that's what spirit saw fit to happen. And so as it was happening, I felt a sense of peace and happiness, actually, uh, because I knew that it was the best thing for us to be moved out of that property. Because um, remember, I told y'all that because the AC wasn't fixed, that I had bought one of those little air conditioner fans, and it was covered in black stuff. So that it wasn't me. I don't know why people always want to make it that I didn't own that house. Something was going on there, and it was not me, and it was not witchcraft. That is not what witchcraft does. That is a lie. That is a lie. The problem was that the furnace in that house was located in a crawl space. The filter had not been changed. I'm pretty sure that the AC filter needed to be switched out. So we was lucky that we got out of that house alive. Okay, we was lucky we got out of that house alive. In fact, the codes division, city codes, promised me that they would make sure that the landlord does what they're supposed to do to get the property up to code, because I wouldn't want them to move somebody else into that place and go through that, especially a mother or a family or a father or whoever, because it wasn't right. Okay. And so, we we're out of that property and we can breathe fresh air now. And last night after we had got to our room, because we're at a hotel at the moment. We're not going to stay at the hotel long term, but we're here for now. And it's a pretty cool place. Got a pool and everything. Kids out playing in the pool. Not my kids. My kids haven't went to the pool yet, but that's because I need to get us some clothes. Because a lot of our clothes got wet. Because everything was sitting out in the line. And so we could use clothes, and I want to get the kids some swimming trunks and stuff, and then that way they can, because kids shouldn't go through that. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't, and it ain't my fault. I listen. People have got to stop, because I saw that Mike was live earlier, and Mike pulled through for me. I really appreciate Mike. I think that at the end of the day, Mike is a good person. I do. I think he does some things that I would have preferred for him not to have put that on YouTube, but he's been pulling through for me. Okay, so that, like, honestly, so I'm not gonna say anything bad about Mike, because a roast is a roast. Somebody being online and roasting somebody is a roast. Okay, but in reality, it's real life, right? And I didn't like y'all see I ain't been live since yesterday. I ain't said nothing online, and I wasn't gonna. I have real friends in real life. Thank the goddess over here in Georgia that pulled through for me. Um and I was more concerned about getting things together. In fact, I still have to go back over to the house because we had Lena. Lena was with us through the whole process, and it got dark last night. So when we left the house, we couldn't find Lena. So I got to go back and look for my cat, because I'm not going to just leave her there. Right. So I'm sure she's looking for us, and I got to go get my cat. Okay. So that's the one last thing we got to do, because she was in the truck with us. She was, my friend let her ride with us, you know what I'm saying, while we was in the process of moving. So we got to go back and get her, is the last thing I got to do. I got some really nice patio chairs out there that I think I'm just gonna leave them, because I'm tired. I can't do nothing else. I can't do nothing else. The chairs are nice. If somebody want to go over there and get them, they can. You just got to get new cushions. I just want to go back and get my cat, because that's my cat is family. So I hope that she's just kind of roaming around looking for us, because last night we was tired. The house is dark because they had turned the porch light on. Maybe if they had turned the porch light off, perhaps if the porch light was on, we could have got her and brought her with us. But we was too tired. It was dark. I haven't driven a car in 4 years. Um, I haven't driven a car in 4 years, but I'm driving a truck, and it was too overwhelming. So I got to go back and get her. But um, I don't like. Here's my thing about it, is that people need to try to separate YouTube as well as their careers and their spiritual businesses from Jamila. That's the one thing I want to say. You can run around here and say, "Oh, I cursed you, Jamila, and that's what happened to you." But in reality, it's not, because my landlord is not just a private owned place. These are people that have been renting out houses to people for years, and this is a multi-million-dollar company. I can't imagine. I can't imagine, because there is going to be a lawsuit eventually, and I'll be alive to do it. Trust me. I can't imagine, if I had a business, which I do, allowing trolls on the internet or a curse to, to make me neglect my property. I wouldn't do it. So, you know what I'm saying? That people need to separate that. And I don't know why people want to put that together. I don't put my life with anybody else's life. I understand Mike is on here, but people need to let that go. Stop saying, oh, this is karma, and oh, she did that, she did that. Listen, this is social media, okay? This is social media. At the end of the day, people need to stop trying to attach themselves to each other in social media and try to make it like I don't do that. I do authentic spiritual work. I do. And I don't do that. In fact, I could see that a obsessed troll was in Mike's chat talking about, oh, she deserved that, the evil stuff that she puts out in the world. I don't put evil stuff out in the world. If you want to believe that just because I'm a witch, that's fine. But that's not the truth. I don't put evil stuff out in the world. That's a lie. Okay. Um, in fact, what was that, yesterday or the day before? I had got into it with Eva online. She's wishing death on my kid. Why are you praying for my children to pass away? But they still alive, and I'm the one responsible for keeping them alive. So, we need to start separating this stuff. We're trying to put everything together and smush everything together. I don't understand that. I don't understand why people are even on that frequency. Okay. You know, I think I lived there for what, an extra year. Even with that, when you calculate what I feel my comfort, I gotta go, y'all. I'll be back later.